in here at 894A, Unit 11, at 894 Green Bay Road. Just to show you the area outside of the unit. So there's just two other neighboring units in this, in this section of this floor. And then we're on the top, which is the third of 3 floors. So I'll take you downstairs later, but there's businesses on the first floor. There's down the stairs, 3 more units, and then the ground floor is where the exit out into the courtyard is. But going into the unit, I'll do a walkthrough first, and then I'll do a little more detail on all the rooms. So you've got the kitchen here to your left, bathroom. This is just an HVAC closet. And then vestibule, and you've got a couple rooms here. This would probably more likely be the bedroom. And then this would be more like the main living space. However, obviously you could set it up however you wanted. I've brought people through before and they were saying like, oh, I think I would set this one up as the bedroom. And the other one is more of like a living space. But yeah, this is a good sized room here. Definitely large enough to be a living space with, couch and maybe even like an office setup as well. You have a ceiling fan. It is unfortunately like a really kind of cloudy, gloomy, rainy day today. And it's also a little bit later in the afternoon. So the light at the moment is not super great. But I have it in here in the daytime, and it's got good light without it being like, the light just like streaming in. This part of the building, so that cross street is Tower Road, and this is Green Bay. Like, going this way, along this way where these shops are. So you can kind of see like we're along Green Bay, and then there's, shops on the first floor. Anyway, you got a nice little hallway here. I'll go into this, what I think would be more likely the bedroom. This is a pretty good size room. I think you could fit any size bed in here, plus some additional furniture. Get you a feel for the layout. I'd say, I don't have a measuring tape with me, but I'd say it's somewhere in the 12 by 12. 11 by 12 or 12 by 12, somewhere in that range. Once again, you have a ceiling fan. So this is the courtyard out this window. And we're more towards the front of it, so we're kind of a little bit more towards Green Bay. But I will say, like, granted, it's not like, it's just a 2-lane road, it's not like a ton of traffic. And the speed limit is like 20 miles per hour through here. So you probably wouldn't be hearing a lot of traffic anyways, but I'd say the windows are pretty good, so they're blocking out a lot of that noise. So you'll hear it a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's like totally silent, but pretty quiet overall. All right, you got a closet in the bedroom. Kind of just like a standard little closet. A little bit of space up there above the shelf. This unit does have central heating. So it's gas forced air, and you'll see it comes through the vents. I should point out it does not have AC. So you would be welcome to get, AC units for the windows, AC or like the portable units for the windows. But yeah, it's just central heating, no AC. They do have the ceiling fans, which do have a lot. And then the bathroom, it's been fairly recently updated. It's in good shape overall. Tub is in good, recently finished shape. The tile looks good. I don't see like, like a lot of discoloration or anything. You got a little bit of medicine cabinet here. Pretty good shape overall. Light fixture. There's a vent in here too, and a window that does open to the outside. Let's look underneath. Yep, underneath the sink looks good. No water damage. Water pressure's pretty good. looks pretty good. I come into the kitchen. The kitchen's got kind of an interesting layout. Sort of L-shaped like this, but I kind of like it because it's got a lot of counter space for a unit this size. So it kind of, you know, swings around this way, and you've got most of your appliances, your gas range here. This is a little bit of a smaller oven range, and more like an apartment size. But you know, you've got all 4 burners. You gotta go to the cabinet space. There is a dishwasher. The dishwasher is full size, which is kind of interesting. Your full size dishwasher, undermount sink. And this is actually granite. And that's underneath. Underneath is also looking in pretty good shape. This is hardwood floor on the floor as well. And these windows face out to the courtyard. Sounds like there's some kids that just got out of school. Yeah, so let's see. There's a little bit of space over here. I don't know, you can probably put like maybe like a little bit of a, if you had like a really tiny like little dinette table or something like that, or like another little like prep space over here. But yeah, refrigerator. Also looks like it's in good shape, quite clean. Looks like it's a little newer. And then yeah, so you've got some open shelves here. Cabinets underneath, a couple pull-out drawers. And then you've got some cabinets also down here on the bottom, and then additional cabinets up here. And there is a light and a hood fan too for ventilation. Although, once again, you do have the windows that open right behind you here, so could definitely get good ventilation in the kitchen. Yeah, so once again, so kitchen, come in the front door. Kitchen here to your left, bathroom, first room, what I would call like the bedroom, and then larger room, which could also, you know, could be your bedroom instead, or it could be like a more of a living space. Yeah, that is 894A, Unit 11.